Welcome back to Frontline News. I'm Kimberly Broderick. It's now time for Frontline Business. The House of Representatives has approved the second supplementary estimates, which shows additional spending of $7.9 billion this fiscal year. This has increased the budget to $859 billion, with non-debt expenditure moving to $541.4 billion and public debt servicing at $317.6 billion. There's a call to action from co-chairman of the Economic Program Oversight Committee, EPOC, Keith Duncan. Co-chairman of the Economic Program Oversight Committee, EPOC, Keith Duncan, wants local businesses to seek out more export opportunities as Jamaica's trade deficit widens.
Our businessmen and our private sector need to really step up to the plate to maximize what the opportunities that exist in the region and internationally. One of the factors that really impact us in a significant way is ease of trade. It's too expensive to put out to ship a container. The process is too long.
Latest data from the Statistical Institute of Jamaica Statin showed the island imported $4 billion more in merchandise than it exported. Mr. Duncan hopes things will change with the review of the Customs Act.
The Customs Act, which was been around from 18th century and 19th century, was not ever updated. So there's a whole review of the Customs Act which will hopefully address these pain points for the import, because you have to import your raw material, right? And that is again more expensive than if you're in Trinidad or in another Eastern Caribbean country or in Puerto Rico. For us to export or to import is just too expensive and too onerous. That should be addressed in the Customs Act, in the new Customs Act that is coming. That should be coming.
Between January to October last year, Jamaica's exports amounted to $1.3 billion, which was 12% lower than in the same period in 2018. Carrie Simpson, Frontline News. The opposition spokesman on finance is calling for the government and central bank to make regulatory and legislative changes to fix what he describes as a dysfunctional foreign exchange market. Karen Simpson has the details. Speaking in the House of Representatives on Tuesday, opposition spokesman on finance Mark Golding took issue with the operations of some financial institutions.
Despite normal flows being reportedly purchased by authorized dealers, the end users in the rail sector, in particular manufacturers and importers of key inputs required by the local economy, have been repeatedly complaining that the banks are unable to sell them foreign currency to pay their ordinary import bills. This is harming their credit standing with suppliers overseas and makes business planning very difficult indeed. Mr. Speaker, the absence of laws to prohibit authorized dealers from front-running their clients to benefit from enhanced FX trading profits in a volatile market and enabling them to allocate their foreign exchange purchases in whatever way suits their own financial interests without obliging them to fill client orders in priority to anything else permits the abuse of their privileged status as authorized dealers.
Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark indicated that a new foreign exchange trading platform will address some of the issues.
We've had some innovations that have introduced transparency by disclosing the prices at which authorized dealers or the weighted average prices at which they trade or where their trades have settled, and also disclosing all of the large value transactions on the same day in which those trades occur. The trading system, once it is implemented, will introduce even more transparency and openness and will foster greater levels of competitiveness in the foreign exchange market, which will improve experiences.
In Thursday's trading session, the JSE Combined Index declined by 2,431 points to close at under 500,000 units. Overall market activity resulted from trading in 79 stocks, of which 20 advanced, 42 declined, and 15 traded firm. The junior market index declined by 43 points to close at under 3,000 units. Stocks advanced for Barita Investments Limited, Carrion Cream Limited, Elite Diagnostic Limited, Everything Fresh, Honeybun Limited.
Stocks declined for 138 Student Living, 1834 Investments, Access Financial Services, AMG Packaging and Paper, Blue Power Group. Trading firm were Berger Paints Jamaica, Carbon Producers Jamaica, Carreras Limited, Simony Group, Indies Pharma Jamaica. Sagicor Select Funds Limited Financial was the volume leader with the 24.2 million units, followed by Wigton Wind Farm Limited ordinary shares with 12.2 million units, and QWI Investments Limited with 5.8 million units. And now for the foreign exchange. News in oil. Oil futures gave up early gains and settled narrowly mixed on Thursday as OPEC and its partner Russia gave mixed signals about possible further output cuts to mitigate the impact of any weakening in global demand due to the coronavirus outbreak. Brent crude futures lost 35 cents to settle at $54.93 a barrel. West Texas Intermediate crude futures rose 20 cents to $50.95 a barrel. And that's it for Frontline Business. I'm Kimberly Broderick, wishing you pleasant viewing.